to the Abhidharma. The four pratisambhids unhindered knowledges are: 1. Artha pratisambhid bearing on the thing designated or basitartha. 2. Dharma pratisambhid bearing on the designation or basitadharma. 3. Nirukta pratisambhid bearing on vocal expression or nirukti. 4. Pratibhana pratisambhid bearing on elocution or pratibhana. 1. Artha pratisambhid. The pratisambhid of the designated thing. Things expressed with the help of names and by the voice each have their own nature. For example, the nature solidity. In this example, the solid nature of the earth is the artha, the thing designated. The name earth is the dharma designation. To say earth using the voice is the nirukti expression. The ease of speaking, the mastery over these three kinds of knowledge is the pratibhana elocution. Penetrating these four things without difficulty constitutes the pratisambhid unhindered knowledge. The solidity characterizing earth, the moistness characterizing water. AP. The heat characterizing fire. The movement characterizing wind. The intelligent nature of the mind. The impermanent, painful and empty nature of the five aggregates of attachment, the non-self nature of all dharmas. Those are general characteristics and specific characteristics. Distinguishing them in this way is called artha pratisambhid unhindered knowledge of the designated thing. 2. Dharma pratisambhid. The pratisambhid of designation. Knowing the name of the thing. Knowing that solidity is called earth and having no difficulty in distinguishing all the names of this type, is called dharma pratisambhid unhindered knowledge of the designation. Why? Because the thing is not grasped separately from the name and one can recognize the thing only by the name. This is why the designation comes immediately after the thing. Question. Is the thing joined with the name or separate from the name? If it were joined with the name, we would burn our mouth by saying fire. If it were separate from the name, we would get water by saying fire. Answer. The thing is neither joined with nor separate from the name. Out of convention, the ancients fixed the names designating things, and their descendants, thanks to these names, recognized things. Thus for each thing there is a name called dharma here. 3. Nirukta pratisambhid. But what has to be done in order that beings can obtain the consciousness of this name and this thing? Recourse must be made to expressions, to various ornamentations, so that people can comprehend them. Penetrating these processes without difficulty is called nirukta pratisambhid unhindered knowledge of expression. 4. Pratibhana pratisambhid. If the speech is provided with logic. If the account is inexhaustible and also if the orator has obtained mastery over the concentrations, there is then an ease of speech called pratibhana pratisambhid unhindered knowledge of elocution. 5. Levels, knowledges, and types of pratisambhid. 1. The first and the fourth pratisambhid occur in 9 levels. Kamadhetu, 4 dhyanas, and 4 samapatis. The second and third pratisambhid occur in Kamadhetu and the 4 Brahma heavens, 1. E. In the 4 dhyanas. 2. The second and third pratisambhid are worldly knowledges. The first pratisambhid is 10 knowledges. The fourth pratisambhid is 9 knowledges by excluding the knowledge of cessation of suffering. 3. The pratisambhids are higher, middling, or lower. Higher among the Buddhas, middling among the great bodhisattvas, lower among the great arhats. Question. The balas, the vaisaradyas, and the pratisambhids are all knowledges. Having the balas inwardly and the vaisaradyas outwardly would be complete. Why speak further of the pratisambhids? Answer. The balas and the vaisaradyas have been explained. There are people who, while fearlessly preaching the dharma in the great assemblies, still have hesitations. This is why. The fourth pratisambhid is 9 knowledges by excluding the knowledge of cessation of suffering. 3. The pratisambhids are higher, middling, or lower. Higher among the Buddhas, middling among the great bodhisattvas, lower among the great arhats. Question. the balas, the vaisaradyas, and the pratisamvids are all knowledges. Having the balas inwardly and the vaisaradyas outwardly would be complete. Why speak further of the pratisamvids? Answer. The balas and the vaisaradyas have been explained. There are people who, while fearlessly preaching the dharma in the great assemblies, still have hesitations. This is why particularly the pratisamvids are spoken of. The pratisamvids adorn the vaisaradyas and the vaisaradyas adorn the balas. Moreover, when we speak of the vaisaradyas, some people have doubts and ask how anyone would not experience any fear in the great assemblies. But the Buddha first experiences the 10 balas and finally the 4 pratisamvids. This is why, in the great assemblies, he has no fear of preaching the dharma. This completes the explanation of the 4 pratisamvids. 2. The pratisamvids according to the Mahayana. Question. Are there also 4 pratisamvids of the bodhisattva in the Mahayana? Answer. Yes. They are as follows. 1. Artha pratisamvid. Pratisamvid of the thing designated. The thing designated is the true nature of all dharmas, which is inexpressible. The thing designated, the name and the voice are not different, and this is so at the beginning, at the end and in the middle. That is the artha. Apart from name and voice, there can be no artha. It is as a result of the identity of the 3 things that there is artha. Furthermore, knowing clearly and penetrating without difficulty the reality of all dharmas is called artha pratisamvid, unhindered knowledge of the thing designated. 2. Dharma pratisamvid. Pratisamvid of designation. The designation is applied to things because the name serves to make known the thing. Furthermore, having entered into the dharma pratisamvid, the bodhisattva always believes the authentic teaching but does not believe in the person who is teaching. He takes refuge in the truth and does not take refuge in error.